Louisiana Beer Reviews Jack Daniel's Fresh Taste Serve Cold Peach Hard Tea Country Cocktails. Contains alcohol, 5% alcohol, premium malt beverage with natural flavors. I bought this at a local convenience store. They just got it in within the last month. It says flavored beer settling may occur. Brown Forman Beverages, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, that's City Brewing of Memphis, Tennessee. So, funny thing is, the Jack Daniel's Country Cocktails is listed on the Pabst Brewing Company website as part of their portfolio. Just like Dragon's Milk is listed in El Jimador Tequila. I guess they're talking about the El Jimador flavor malt beverage with the agave nectar. I don't know, but you could check me on that because it's on there. This was $1.64 after tax. Which is not too bad, all things considered, and you do get it. You do get a full 12 ounces. If you get the Jack Daniel's Country Cocktails in the glass bottles, they're only 10 ounces, so you want to avoid those because you're not getting a good price per ounce. I think the best deal on Jack Daniel's is talking about their beers. I remember back in the 90s, I bought a Jack Daniel's Amber Lager. That's gone. No flavoring, you know. The best deal is either the 23.5 ounce cans, the big talls, or the 16 ounce, the pints. So, no carbonation. You get bubbles from just the pouring action. It's tan from the tea. Tea added, natural flavors added, obviously peach extract. I don't think they're using natural peaches, although I guess they could have gotten a deal with maybe some farming company, old bruised and turned peaches that have no saleability in the produce section of a grocery store or a farmer's market, but maybe if you put them in this, it might be usable. Or dehydrate them, something, I don't know, whatever. There's different ways to do it. It smells like tea. It smells like peaches. The beer base is going to be as neutral as possible. What they do is they filter the beer down to make it like a vodka. But they can't use vodka because a lot of states will not allow them to sell these things in a convenience store if it has a liquor base, even if it's 5%. So if you go to Georgia, or in I think Tennessee also, it can be 5%, but if it's vodka base, cannot be sold at a convenience store or gas station. It can be a 13.9% malt base, and it's fine to sell it. Now, explain that, how that makes sense. Now, if you see these in Canada, they're probably vodka based. All right, taste, cheers. A little close to the camera, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's, if you like tea, I like tea. It's not super sweet. Now, they did a good job in that respect. They didn't go buck wild with the sugar sweetness. There's also now Jack Daniel's Bold in the big can, the 23.5 ounce cans. There's like a fruit punch, and I think one is peach or country cocktail. I think it is peach. I'll lose track, but that 8% seems to hold together better, but they're not tea infused. This is infused with iced tea, actual iced tea. They're using a Jack Daniel's name, but it contains no whiskey. If you get the Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, if you look at the ingredients, it does say Tennessee whiskey as part of the ingredients. But they process it to where it has no alcohol. I have to go look at that Jack Daniel's Amber Lager and see if I can find out who produced it back in the mid-90s. One day maybe I'll bring it out and show it. Light body, actually. Dry finish. Sweetness is, say, 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. So it's more like generalized sweet tea, not southern sweet tea, which can be, grossly oversweetened, I think. mild tea, just like standard inexpensive bag tea. Probably not Lipton, but maybe like Food Club or Best Choice or Always Save or Great Value iced tea bags, you know. No, I mean, which they're probably all made by Lipton. Um, Even the peach flavor is very subtle. It's there, but it's not strong. So I think they did a good job just downplaying everything, not going, because some of these flavored beers, you know, they'll be like overexcited, you know. It'll be sweet and way too sweet, appley and way too much apple, you know, alcohol and way too much, like 12%. And then you drink it and you're like, did I take medicine? Where am I? Where do I go? You know, who do I turn to? You know, what's happening here? What did I put on the internet? You know, and it's like, I put that on Facebook. But yeah, this 5% is strong enough. But like I said, it does seem that these hold together better at 8. Are they going to put an 8% version on the market? I think these came out in 2024. In fact, this is canned in 2024, believe it or not. I don't know how it took so long to get from canning line to that store. Well, most probably they will, because now there's the Twisted Tea Extreme, the Mike's Harder Tea, Harder 8%, Extreme is 8% from Twisted Tea. So they're all in a race, you know, against each other. So I would expect that they'll probably have a Lipton tea 8%, Arizona 8%, now the Jack Daniels tea 8%. They're all in the game. So score-wise, even tastes like it had a little lemon in it, but that doesn't make sense. But I'll go with 9.4 out of 10. 9.4 out of 10, a most excellent flavor beer. Remember, gotta score it in the category. Don't say, well, how does it compare to this expensive barley wine or this imperial stout from Estonia? Well, you know, it's not the same thing. All right, and I'm gonna say, laissez les bon temps relais. Y'all go to Memphis, Tennessee, and visit the City Brewing Brewery.